This episode of Hobie is sponsored by Ho Jeff. Save 25% with promo code HobiePod.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh yeah.
It's the history of bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 483. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Brian.
And with us this week, back again, guess who's back? Back again.
Backstreet's back. All right.
Different song, but okay. Film critic to the stars, Scab Jeff. Welcome, Scab.
Thank you. Always good to be here.
It is nice for you to be here. Blake is not here this week. Why?
That's even better. Oh, wait, I don't know well enough to
No, you
make
can.
that
It's
joke.
okay. It's okay. So the reason Blake isn't here is because Scab Jeff and him got into a scuffle last week, and Jeff broke his leg. So he will not be here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Jeff broke Blake's leg?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Scab did. Scab Jeff.
I shouldn't have left so early.
Yeah, you missed a good fight.
He backed over him with his car.
Yeah.
It was all about how quiet it was on the Western Front.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't believe I knew German.
Yes, so we are here, and Jeff is going to talk about the Oscars here in a bit in our News of the Geek section. Because supposedly there's a winner this year at your Oscars party that somebody won that has never won before.
There's a winner every year.
Is there?
Yeah, every year there's a winner. Well, some years there are 4 winners.
Yep.
Spoilers! Let's not get to that yet. Did you see, when you guys were over at Jeff's house, Scab's house, did you see the Floppy Award? Jeff's Floppy Award.
Oh, Jeff doesn't have a floppy award.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I mean, his wife has like 2.
Yeah, she might get another one this year.
Stepson's got one.
Yeah. Brian's got one.
I do.
Jim's got one.
I have 2.
I do?
Yeah, we all won one for the podcast.
Okay.
So, yeah, we all got one.
I won mine for best impersonation.
That's still under review.
No,
4 years later.
No, and that was like from the first annual floppy, so...
And just speak of impressions, you do know who else we have here today. It's his 90th birthday. Michael Caine is here today. He's going to stop in later. He's going to talk about Jaws 3. Which one is he in?
4.
He's going to talk about Jaws 4.
Revenge.
He's going to talk about Jaws 4 and how he watched Jaws 3. Maybe that was it. But
No one watched it.
But hit the board, Michael Caine. Yep, there he is. So he's coming in later today for his 90th birthday.
Allegedly.
Randall Holt said that he was going to get him in, so we're going to do it. So.
It's allegedly his 90th birthday?
He's actually 91. So it's a star-studded show this week. So anybody watch anything this week?
I am up to date on The Last of Us.
So you watched the season finale?
I watched the season finale.
Jim, did you?
So good.
No.
Have you watched any of them?
It was
I
pretty
watched
good.
the first episode.
Okay.
I am 2 episodes behind.
Okay. We will be nice and not get... We'll do a non-spoiler one.
They all die.
Damn it.
Oh, wait.
Said non-spoiler.
So game over?
No. Season 2 is all about them walking around as whatever, not zombies.
Fungi.
There's yeah.
Clickers.
Yeah.
It's their evolution from, like, whatever, how you evolve as the different types of zombies.
Did you think it was a little odd that they get killed at the end of this episode, and then just the screen goes blank and it says "continue?" ? And then you're just like, okay, I guess we're continuing. I don't know.
Have you not played a video game since the 80s?
Maybe. Does it not have continues anymore?
Not where it blinks on the screen. Insert a quarter to continue.
Really? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there are still games that, though, your home games that will ask you if you want to continue or what.
Sunset Riders on the Switch does.
I've been plunking quarters into Jason's machine in the green room for like a year now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's an 80s game.
And there's actually no slot for quarters. If you actually open up the cabinet, there's the quarters just laying on the bottom of it.
The wizard is hungry. Yes. Did you like the season finale?
I did.
Okay.
And not playing the game, I didn't know how it was going to end.
I did not either. Scab, did you play the game?
I did not play the game, but I love the ending. I thought that was... I did not see the ending coming.
Okay.
I didn't see them all dying. Spoilers!
The one thing that it felt like I was watching someone play a video game in certain aspects.
Yes.
And
When Pablo?
Well, yeah.
Pedro, I mean?
Pedro. There were a couple of times it's like, oh, this is just...
Yes.
Okay.
The one scene that I always saw that people said is the best scene from the video game was in this episode, and I kept looking for it to come up, and then it finally came up, and I'm like, there it is.
They said it. I didn't realize it was the season finale until I started, like right before I started it, and I was like, oh, okay, that was a quick season. I guess it was only 8
How are
episodes.
they going to finish this in one episode?
Yeah.
It did not seem like...
Yeah, and I don't mind the time jump, and I did like throughout all the episodes, like they've done time jumps in that.
130 years later.
Oh, damn it. They did say the second season, the second game is going to span a couple seasons, multiple seasons on The Last of Us.
Okay. It's probably a longer game also than...
Yeah, I've never played the game, so I'm saying sure. But they also mentioned that they don't need the two main characters to do a series. So if they ever left, they could just fill in with different characters. I was like, I'm fine with that. You build a world that you could do that with. So
The first season, you needed the two main characters.
yeah, and the second season they're coming back. But like they said, like down the road,
They can't come back.
Well, they're dead.
Sorry, my bad.
That's what I've been told.
Yes,
By people in
they
the
all
room.
died. They all died. The ironic thing is they weren't shot or bit, Jim. They just died. Old age. That was it.
Hey, it was a big time jump.
Yeah, it was a big time jump. It was. It was.
And it wouldn't be the first people in the series to die of old age.
That is true. That is true.
I guess
Well, that really wasn't old age.
Well, they were
Well, in a
old.
world without medicine, one of them could have been old age.
Yes.
The other one definitely wasn't.
I thought it was good. I mean, I didn't think it was like a fantastic episode. I just thought it was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I guess you can give them props for not like going huge, like on the very like the end.
Well, I like the moral thought and, what it makes everyone think, what would you do in that situation? type
Correct.
Thing. What's more important to you?
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a good series, good season. So, yeah, that was about it. That's all I got. Jeff, got anything?
I watched Red Dawn for the first time in years yesterday.
Which one?
The original with Patrick Swayze and
We saw the new one.
Charlie Sheen.
Wolverine!
And was that up for an Oscar this year?
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But he watched every Oscar movie.
That is true.
I had seen every Oscar movie, so
So then you decided to start with Red Dawn.
and then today I saw The Miracle Worker because that had won Oscars, and I thought this sounds like a terrible movie, Helen Keller, how can you make that interesting? And it was good.
Really?
It was actually significantly good. Like there was like a 10-minute fight scene between
Helen
Anne
Keller?
Sullivan and Helen Keller.
Really?
Where they were she was trying to get her to eat dinner or whatever, and it was just heart-wrenching and awesome the entire 10 minutes. And 10 minutes on screen is a long chunk of movie.
Huh. That was a 1950s film?
50s or 60s.
Okay. If only we had something that we could look it up.
If only.
What did you think of Red Dawn?
It wasn't bad. Like, I'd seen several other 80s movies recently. I think it's better than Pretty in Pink.
That's a very odd...
Well, yeah, it is better than Pretty in Pink.
It was by no means a great movie.
No.
But I could see why it could live on as a classic. It wasn't quite cult, but it wasn't bad, wasn't great.
I just like the teacher walking out the first scene and he gets a Gatling gun to him. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I like how he sees people parachuting in with guns and he's like, I'm going to go talk to them. No, that's probably not a good idea.
I mean, it was like Jennifer Grey's best movie.
Was she in Pretty in Pink?
No.
I'm trying to think what else she was in besides Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, her best movie is
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, okay. Was she in Back to the Future?
No, that was the other girl from
The other girl from Red Dawn.
Leah
Thompson.
Oh, okay. She was in If the Shoe Fits with Rob Lowe from 1990.
Ooh.
She was in American Flyers. The Cotton Club. I remember that. Let's see here.
Yeah, she was an American Flyer.
Gandahar, which looks really creepy.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Bloodhounds of Broadway. Murder in Mississippi. And, yeah, she's not been in much. She was in Bounce with Ben Affleck.
All right, Bounce.
She wasn't in like a whole bunch of the 80s Brat Pack movies?
No.
Jennifer Grey was not.
It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, like she did Ferris Bueller.
Molly Ringwald.
Yeah.
She was in 3 movies with
Ali
Rob
Sheedy.
Lowe.
Or Ali Sheedy.
Don't we all wish we could have been in 3 movies with Rob Lowe?
She was in 2018's animated Duck Duck Goose, which looks horrible.
Maybe animated, maybe not.
Last movie she was in was Bittersweet Symphony in 2019. So, I guess if, you're
She
just...
Dead?
No, she does a lot of television, doesn't she?
I will find out for you.
I think she pops up here and there.
She did some like a couple Lifetime, and then she had.
I know she was in the TV show It's Like You Know, where she played herself.
Yeah.
Or played a version of herself, I should say.
You're correct. She's on a lot of TV. She's in The Connors, a couple episodes, Dollface. Duck Duck Goose is an animated film, thank God. I didn't know if it was like a Kangaroo Jack show or film or not.
Well, that was animated too.
She was in House. I think she had lupus.
Not lupus.
New Adventures of Old Christine. So,
I think everybody made an appearance in that.
yeah.
I made 2.
Really?
Were any of them with Jennifer Grey?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. How about Clark Gregg?
He made all the appearances.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's how you got on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
Me too.
Huh?
Me too.
Yeah. Let's see.
I watched all the Night Court episodes that are available.
The new ones?
Yep.
And?
It's okay. Again, it's not great, but I didn't turn it off, so that says something.
That's on the poster. I didn't turn it off.
I didn't turn it off.
In this day and age, that's a rave review.
Have you guys seen Not Dead yet?
No.
I have not heard of Not Dead yet.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago about how that and Night
Another
Court.
show. Yeah.
About how that and Night Court are basically like the most popular, and Abbott Elementary have been the most popular
Ghosts.
and Ghosts, sitcoms on TV now. My wife and I watch it. It's enjoyable. Like the cast is decent enough.
Are they dead?
No, but
Not yet.
Nah. She's in a big.
There we go.
She's
Forget I still have that.
she's an obituary writer, and everybody that she's writing the article about that week.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that. Okay.
Comes back alive. But it was interesting, like the first episode, like I liked the character actor that I couldn't remember who he was, but he's been a lot. And we're like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then like she finishes the obituary and he goes away and we're like, oh, I thought she only could see him. Like, what is going on here? Like, I thought he was the recurring character. It's not. It's a new character.
It's a new one every week.
Yeah. Which, kind of like Ghost, you can make people come in and out of the show. And
sounds like it's taking a cue from Pushing Daisies.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Well, somebody who can make the dead come back to life.
She doesn't make them come back to life. It's just she can see the ghost.
Oh, she's seen ghosts.
Yeah, she sees this. They're a ghost. So, what else, Jim? Anything else?
I watched the first 3 seasons of Yellowstone.
Oh, thoughts?
Rip is just a good character.
He's fucking hot.
Oh well, he's always been hot.
Yes,
going back to Dazed and Confused.
But now,
Too Fast, Too Furious.
now he's got a beard.
Better or worse than Night Court?
It's better than Night Court. It's a lot different.
That's on the poster for Yellowstone. Better than Night Court.
It's different than Night Court.
Jim of Hobie says.
The issue I had is the writing for the kid, writing for
Jamie's. No, not Jamie's.
No, Casey's kid.
Casey's kid.
It's in the acting and the writing for that character. There's a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I agree with you. It gets better, I think, in like the last season, and then they bring another kid in. I think
Maybe
the other kid.
maybe he's not a good enough actor for that writing yet.
No, I just don't think they know how to write for the rest of the show's written great, and the storylines involving the kid are kind of pointless.
Is he better than Theo on Million Little Things?
No one's better than Theo.
Everyone's better than Theo.
Jeff. Mom was going to protect the Grand Canyon from being filled in.
Oh, you have not watched this season yet.
No.
I know you told me you and your wife quit and gave up on it.
I want to see it, but my wife won't let me.
Just watch it.
He's been pretty bad this season.
I may have to do it. I may have to watch it. Did they wrap up about, I don't know, the one guy in the wheelchair? They wrap up that storyline about him murdering that girl back in the camp or whatever?
Oh, they wrapped up. Oh, wow, you're 2 seasons behind.
Well, last season, I saw Gary. He goes to the person's house, and then we saw like 5 episodes of them like just dicking around with the detective. You know, did he do it or didn't he? And then we stopped watching.
He didn't.
Oh, okay. And then the one girl was going to take her whole family to France, and we're like, fucking A!
Well, she left the show because of COVID.
Oh, okay. So is that how they wrote her out?
They wrote her out. She was going to France.
Okay.
I mean, the actress is originally from France, and I guess the character was French.
French baguette.
So she was moving to France to be with her father, who...
What that was?
That was Jason going, French baguette.
I am French, my French baguette. How are you doing, Scab Jeff?
Was that Gerard Depardieu in the studio?
It is.
No, I think it was a French baguette.
I am Gerard Depardieu.
Oh, now it's Gerard Depardieu.
I need my green card. Are you dating my daughter? Give me my French baguette.
Why am I laughing?
I am wild and crazy.
The wild and crazy guys were not from France.
But Gerard Depardieu is. And he's a wild and crazy guy.
I think he's neither wild nor crazy.
Jason has had like 1/4 of 1 ounce of that Sam Adams.
And he is ripping drunk.
Just wasted.
I told you, I am wild and crazy.
He took a sip of beer and he is...
It's like Popeye with spinach.
Okay, you bring up Popeye and spinach.
Who doesn't?
I found out in trivia the other week, originally, Popeye got his strength by rubbing a hen.
Of spinach?
Nope. A hen, like a female chicken.
A hen?
A hen.
I thought you said a head.
I think you said a head. I was about like lettuce.
No, a hen.
Like a hen?
A hen.
Hen. I like a hen of spinach, though. I
He
think we're going
rubbed
to
the
change that.
hen and got his strength.
Was there a lot?
They changed it to spinach at some point early.
Did they?
Man, it was worse.
Did you? Did they? Was there a lot of hens running around?
No, I think it was one specific hen.
And he just carried it with him.
Carried it in his
think
back
so.
pocket.
It's very interesting.
I got one hen in my pocket.
And I don't have another one.
We have nothing on that. Anyone else watch Popeye this week besides Jeff? Brian, what did you watch this week?
I went and saw Creed 3.
How is it? I've yet to see it.
Fantastic. Probably my third favorite in the entire universe. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Rocky 4.
Oh, God.
What's your second favorite?
Rocky.
So it's better than Rocky Balboa?
They're so close. It is so good.
So it's better than Creed 1?
Unfortunately, I have to say yes.
Okay.
I don't like saying yes because Creed 1 is fantastic.
Is it better than Night Court?
Yes. Both the original and reboot.
Put it on the poster.
Creed 2 was not bad at all.
No,
but it didn't feel like it was anything monumental like Creed 1 is.
it felt like Rocky 3 to me.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a big, other than...
But Rocky 3 is better than Rocky 4.
I disagree.
I like Clubber Lang. I do like Clubber Lang.
Then again, Rocky 5 is better than Rocky 4.
No.
No.
Is it different? So you don't watch have you ever seen the Halloween films?
I've seen some of them.
Have you seen 3 where they do the masks? It's totally different.
No.
Okay, so basically everything I read was it was like the Halloween 3 of the Rocky franchise. Like it's totally different than what you were expecting.
Yes.
Okay. And I didn't read anything else about it because I won't be surprised when I go see it.
It wasn't what I expected it to be based on the trailer,
Okay.
and I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
The only spoiler that I will give is they bring back Drago's son.
Okay. Supposedly he's going into the spinoff.
So originally it was going to be a spinoff with Dolph Lundgren and the son, but once that Dolph Lundgren realized that Stallone wasn't attached to it, he said, "I'm not doing it unless he's involved."
Okay.
Which he originally wasn't supposed to be involved.
Okay.
Because of the rights to the franchise and stuff that he's still fighting all these years later.
Yeah.
So that's the only spoiler that I will give.
Because they said Amazon, I think, is interested in making the series.
Yeah, with Michael B. Jordan, their Amazon wants to do the whole universe, and then that's also a way for them to get Stallone involved because
It's not film.
They did Samaritan with Stallone, and they've done other stuff with him.
Okay.
So not any spoilers or anything, but how evil is Kang in this movie?
Well, I don't know who that is.
Oh.
But if it's Jonathan Majors, I've seen in pretty much everything that he's done, and this is probably the best.
Except for Ant-Man and Wasp.
I haven't seen that.
or
I said
any other,
almost.
or Loki.
Did you
or-
say who's Kang? Okay, so let me help you here.
No, we're not
There's
doing
28 episodes you
We're not
have to
doing
watch of Loki and Scarlet Witch. Then you got to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium. Then you have to go back and watch Iron Man 2.
And then
What?
you just watch the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yes.
where they had the brain.
Where are you going,
Kang,
Brian?
right?
Brian left.
That's Kang where he has the brain in his stomach?
Yes.
Is it? No, Kang is from The Simpsons. He's one of the aliens with Kodos.
Kang and Kodos.
And I think he was in an episode of Scooby-Doo when it was Professor Hyde White underneath. So, but if you watch all that, Brian, you're still not going to understand. So don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
And then you have to go back and watch the Star Wars films.
Only episodes 3, 7, and 5. In that order.
And The Lord of the Rings.
1, 2, and 5.
God.
Not The Hobbit, though. Just The Lord of the Rings.
And then just for Punch Me, you have to watch The Wheel of Time.
But The Lord of the Rings, you have to watch the extended director's cuts version,
I'm out.
or you won't understand what's going on.
So by the time you're 75, you might have hit half of these.
That all sounds terrible.
I don't know why Marvel films aren't doing as well as they used to.
My screenwriting teacher in college did always say that the original Rocky was the best screenplay ever written. He wasn't being sarcastic.
Yeah.
No, it was a well-written movie.
I think it was up for an Oscar, wasn't it?
It won.
It won the Oscar.
It won Best Picture, yes.
No, for screenplay.
Oh.
I thought it was nominated
don't know.
for screenplay. Only we had an Oscar expert here.
Probably was.
Wait a minute.
I will stand by probably was.
On the poster.
1977.
You know what wasn't one of the best screenplays ever written?
Kramer versus Kramer.
Well,
The Time Machine.
I was going to say for a
Soul Food.
movie that won
Rocky
Best
IV?
Picture, but I'm going to say
How green is
Annie
my
Hall.
acreage or whatever it's called? What?
How Green is My Valley is
Yeah.
what you're thinking of, but no, Annie Hall.
Oh, that's one of my favorite screenplays of all time.
What was on the screen wasn't the screenplay.
Then I didn't read the screenplay. I assumed that's what they said.
No, apparently they edited most of the movie out and just put in the best parts. But they took out, from what I understand, the main story of Annie Hall.
Do you know what was not the best song in a film? Thank God for Little Girls.
Thank heavens for little girls.
That was Jeff's favorite song. Though.
Okay.
My wife bought me that vinyl.
Okay, we need to change the subject or else we might get canceled.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was watching a Woody Allen. I may have
Jesus.
told you this. I was watching a Woody Allen movie. It's the one I forget which one it was.
Thank
but-
heavens for little girls.
and somebody was out with his little future sister-in-law, like a little girl, and he said, "Oh, I was out with her looking for wedding rings," and somebody said, "Are you pulling a Gigi?" And I got it. I understood that this time.
And it was in a Woody Allen movie.
I think this was mid '90s, so it may have been before.
He was completely creepy.
It was only when he started dating his daughter.
Adopted
Stepdaughter.
Yes. Because that makes it better. Jesus.
Good thing Blake's not here because he'd be starting talking about porn now.
Oh, jeez. So anyways, we did finish Chernobyl. That was good. Very, very depressing. Spoilers. Russia says that only 31 people died in it. The exact numbers, they don't know. Between 4,000 and 93,000. It's a little vague. But more than 31.
Are we bad-mouthing the Soviets again?
No. We're just saying the Soviets might need new math.
That sounds like the end of Black Hawk Down, where the Somalis said they lost 50-some people, and we say it could be 2,000 or 3,000.
Maybe. That was a good movie, though.
It was a damn good movie.
Yeah.
It was okay.
And then
It was a bunch of people running around with guns.
it's like 80%
It was like a
of Hollywood.
paintball episode of Community.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see one movie of people running around with guns. You see 90% of the movies of people running around with guns.
That may have been Tom Sizemore's best movie.
I'm not going to doubt that.
Maybe Saving Private Ryan.
Another movie of people running around with guns.
I would say
Cowboys and-
Reservoir Dogs.
Yep, that's correct.
Was Tom Sizemore in Reservoir Dogs?
He was the little cousin Eddie, not little cousin Eddie, but he was one of those, wasn't he?
Or Heat.
Actually, I don't.
He wasn't one of the main
He
villains.
wasn't a color person, but
No.
but I think that he was.
Wasn't that Sean
No.
Penn's brother?
Yeah, that was Chris Penn.
Chris Penn.
Was
Maybe that's who I'm thinking.
Chris Penn and Tom Sizemore are two different people.
They did kind of look similar. To each other.
That's a very scientific answer.
Chris Penn has been dead for,
Yeah, they're both dead
for quite
now.
a while, but
They're both dead now.
Who the fuck cares? This guy's dead.
man.
Nice Guy Eddie or something, I think.
But Heat was another pretty good movie. It's Tom Sizemore.
I was thinking Nazi Overlord. That was a good Tom Sizemore film.
Should we change our top 5 to best Tom Sizemore movies?
I don't think there is
He
five.
probably has 5 better movies than Harrison
The best
Ford.
thing that
It is a tough list to write for the top 5 this week.
no, the best thing Tom Sizemore was in was Heidi Fleiss.
Oh. Anyways, moving on. I did see Scream 6 this weekend. Got great
Moving on.
reviews. Stop. Got great reviews.
Hey, we have a Hobie promo for
Shut up!
for Izzy.
And it was really well done. I enjoyed it a lot. Probably one of the better ones recently.
One of the better Screams. It's only in the top 6. Was it better than Rocky 4?
Strange Days might be Tom Sizemore's best.
So how was Jenna Ortega in Scream 6?
She was good. She was fine. She played Jenna Ortega.
Was she good or was she fine? Because there's a difference between the two of those.
She was good fine.
Was it better than Night Court?
Yes, it was better than
Okay.
Night Court. It was enjoyable. I really did enjoy it. I went Thursday night by myself, sat there and just enjoyed it.
You didn't bring the kids with you?
No, there was a family in front of me of kids that they were sitting and watching. The daughter looked maybe like 9 or 10, and she came out of that theater, and she looked like white as a ghost. Like, literally just like, like, okay, I survived it. I was like, well then. Hey, to each your own. But I don't think she would be sleeping that well that night. So it was a very bloody film.
Scream 6.
Did you watch the SNL skit I sent on our group thread of
Ridiculousness? I did put it. I put it on our Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas. Ball of kitten, the kitten ball. It didn't have a mouth. Go to our Facebook page, History of Bad Ideas, and there's a SNL skit of ridiculousness. And
oh, you're looking fine. I just turned 17. I'm looking fine in a friend way.
Rob
Deerdick.
Yeah, they actually had him down pretty good. What was the thing? Coming up next, 3 days worth of ridiculousness.
At 9 o'clock, 3 days of ridiculousness. But first, a new episode of ridiculousness.
Fucking MTV. They had a good point, though. Why put anything else on there? Just get the ratings for this.
No, the problem with their with MTV's logical thinking of, the type of people who are just turning on television and watching television are the ones that just want to watch, what they watch and watch it all day. I'm like,
there's a lot of words of watch in that sentence.
Yeah, there are. But the people who watch television like that are not watching ridiculousness.
They said the ratings are great.
They're the type of people who are watching like the Home and Garden Network for 4 hours at a time.
Food Network.
There was an
or
article,
the Impractical Joker Network.
The article says that
or The Office.
When they interrupt ridiculousness with something else, the ratings would go down. So they just leave it on. And people just sit there and have it on. And the one guy, I think the head of MTV said that people hate watch it. And I'm like, what? It's a really good programming theory.
Well, I guess you're giving...
Do you know what gets better ratings on MTV than ridiculousness?
What's that?
Teen Mom and The Challenge.
Oh.
Those are the other two shows they may show every once in a while.
And what's the other one? That Teen Mom.
16 and Pregnant.
Cable TV is definitely slowly going into a Pluto theory of one channel has one show on, like Mystery Science Theater, or that Comedy Central is basically turning into The Office.
The Office.
And Seinfeld.
And Seinfeld, yeah.
And
MTV's
South Park.
TBS is like Friends.
And Friends.
And The Office.
USA is like the Chicago. They do run all the Chicago
and wrestling.
And wrestling.
Raw for 3 hours and NXT for 2.
I'll tell you the problem with, say, like you about a Pluto TV is we watch the Jeopardy network at lunchtime. They keep showing reruns that we saw in the previous week.
So it's the same 6 episodes.
And I'm like, you have 37 years worth of episodes. Why are we seeing reruns?
Like the Challenge station on that, they showed the same 4 seasons.
So it's almost like MTV.
They have 30 seasons.
Yeah.
So they're taking a page out of MTV's playbook.
It kind of is, but it's like we stopped watching it. It's like we just answered these questions 3 days ago. Why is it on again?
And
you
is
could
it
really show off to a newcomer?
And you think
Boy, this guy answered everything right.
Groundhog Day.
Saw it 6 times last week.
Well, that's the thing. Like with cable, because cable's dying, is that their answer? Is that they're just going to go do that? Just put the same shows on, and then everything goes to streaming.
It's because it's cheap.
Yeah,
They had the rights to these shows. That's all they need.
yeah. And they don't care because if they do news shows, it doesn't signify anything in the ratings anymore. So,
But I'm still wondering, why doesn't MTV just show videos?
they do on MTV6.
I
But-
guess ridiculousness gets more viewership than video.
I think a lot of the videos go to YouTube. We've talked about that.
Yeah,
like,
like Vivo has like.
Oh yeah, but MTV can still show them.
well, MTV could do a lot of things. I feel like we've in the last 6 weeks we've spent more time worrying about MTV's programming than the head of MTV does.
That's because it's ridiculous, pun intended, on how they schedule. So anyway, I started watching, what was it called? Daisy Jones and the Six.
What is
Amazon?
On Amazon Prime. Okay. It is a show about, not a real band, but a band from the 70s era or whatnot. And it kind of is like a flashback where they're like talking about, the history of the band through interviews and stuff like that, and then showing flashback clips or whatnot.
Is it flashback in like 1970s film type?
Yeah. Well, some of it will be like through looking 16 millimeter, 8 millimeter film or whatnot, but then some of it is just flat out acting.
Is it enjoyable? Do you like it?
I like it. 6 episodes out as of this weekend, and I enjoy it. Starring
The lead singer's name Josie.
no, it's Daisy.
Is Rosario Dawson in it?
No, Rosario Dawson isn't in it.
Tara Reid in it.
No,
Oh,
Riley Keough is in it.
I don't know who that is.
That's Elvis's granddaughter.
I don't know who that is.
And Sam Claflin.
I don't know who that is.
He was in the Hunger Games.
I don't know who that is.
Never
Was
heard of the
Elvis's
Hunger Games.
granddaughter? Is that Michael Jackson's daughter?
No, they had no children. It is Lisa Marie's daughter.
Who's
With her
was he
second
holding
husband.
out over the balcony?
I don't remember.
That was he
That
paid
was
somebody
Macaulay
for that.
Culkin.
Blanket.
Yeah, Michael had 3 children, and I don't remember what the mother's name was. It was a strange relationship.
With Michael Jackson?
There was something strange happened with Michael Jackson.
Hee. We had
What's that?
this Michael. Hee.
Oh, my.
No, that's George Takei.
No, that's, oh, my. It's George Takei.
Sorry. I'm hot and crazy. I'm Gerard Depardieu.
Sounds like someone's stabbing Elmo.
All right, so now I'm going to have to get a clip of that
Yep.
and then put it on the board so I can just hit Jason going, hee, whenever I want.
Well, you go back to an SNL skit when Eli Manning was on, and he was on court he was on testifying they didn't murder somebody, and they used his text messages to prove it. And they were all like him texting women in the middle of the night, like, you up, you out. And he texted the girl who was in the hospital, his work colleague who was in the hospital after a car wreck. And he's like, you up? Like, what did she answer? No, why? She's in a coma. Did you know that? Yes. What's the next one? Well, I hope you're feeling better. Hee hee.
Wow.
Hee hee.
Speaking of Eli Manning, I think he'll be in town in September.
For the Cincinnati Comic Expo?
That's what I heard. Rumor
Eli Manning coming in. Oh.
September 22nd through 24th. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Just announced. I don't know. Damn it, I wasn't ready for that one. Jenna Ortega? No.
No.
Way too expensive.
Okay. I'll get to it here. Son of a bitch. Who else is there? Who's going to be there? Oh,
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, Christina Ricci's going to be there. Artist Don Rosa will be there. He will be there. Ming
Na Wen.
Yep. She will be there. Get your ticket. Let's see here. We're also going to have Jim Lee is going to be there. That's the big one. Alex Sinclair is going to be there, and Scott Williams. They'll all be with Jim Lee's area there. So
Pedro Pascal?
Maybe.
Nothing official.
Nothing. Brad Pitt, maybe. Hobie will be there.
But Brad Pitt just doesn't do these.
Oh, cinema guys.
Brad Pitt's going to be there, but he's going to be dressed as his favorite superhero that he played.
We've already talked
The
about
Vanisher.
Sorry. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. We had a Twitter poll of the week. What's your favorite area at Disney World? That was in honor of Doug, number one fan Doug. We had Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios.
Was this really in honor of Doug, or is it because you're going there next week?
It was not that. It was actually for Doug because I'll be honest, I couldn't think of a poll. So I just kind of threw it out there. Anyways, in last place, 16% said Epcot. Yeah, fuck them.
That's my number one.
That would be my number one, too. It would be like going to a World's Fair.
Well,
Yeah, and I read Devil in the White City, and I don't want to do that
would
again.
be like going to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hey, we've seen that.
Wig shop.
Remember, we're parked under the sun sphere.
Aww.
Isn't that where the beef jerky capital of the world is?
Well, probably.
Knoxville?
Could be. There's a lot of beef jerky there. But we drove by the sun sphere this past year.
I've driven by it many times.
We got a couple wigs.
Not just a county fair, not just a state fair.
A World's Fair.
In Knoxville? 19% said Animal Kingdom. Don't get eaten there.
There's only a 2% chance you'll get eaten there.
You get a better chance of getting eaten in Ohio.
By a zebra.
Yes. He didn't die. He
Ate his arm.
Yeah.
The zebra did.
Yeah, the zebra did die.
Yeah.
So the story here in Ohio is
I
that
don't want to talk about it.
I'll just do it since we brought it up. Guy was attacked by his own zebra because in Ohio you can own a zebra because it's classified as a horse. So basically, they said it was probably mating season, and they had a lot of female zebras on the farm, and so the male zebra bit this guy's arm almost off. They did save it, but unfortunately they killed the zebra because the zebra was doing, I don't know what a zebra does.
By saying they saved it, you mean they still have the arm because they couldn't attach it?
They did reattach it.
That wasn't the article I read.
I was on news this afternoon that they reattached it.
It just hangs there.
Well, they didn't put it back on his arm.
I read they attempted to but couldn't.
Oh, wow, Channel 9 News is wrong.
Or whatever I read had false
Time out. I have
information.
to start editing the news broadcast?
Yes, the live news broadcast. Come on, Brian. Yeah.
Paid enough for this.
Obviously. So there you go. Oh, and winning Magic Kingdom over Hollywood Studios, 39%, 26%.
Is Magic Kingdom the one with all the rides?
Yes.
That's where I want
Jungle
to go.
Cruise where you can shoot the water.
There are no rides. There's like 2 rides.
No, Magic Kingdom has a lot of rides.
They got like 2 rides.
You want to bet? They have
Yes.
the haunted house. They have
Not a ride.
the
is
Jungle
it?
Cruise.
Not a ride. It's an attraction.
Oh, no.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
Not a ride.
Space Mountain.
That one's a ride. I said they had 2 rides. That's one.
Splash Mountain. They took that away. They took away the racist people in there.
You said Space Mountain. You said
No, I know,
Space.
Splash
Okay.
Mountain.
I
Splash
don't care
Mountain.
about Splash Mountain.
I voted for Universal Studios.
That got 87% of the vote. The Jurassic Park area got the highest. Brian, let's do some listener feedback.
Everybody knows what that sound is, right?
It's the sound for me to eat cinnamon apple chips.
I was waiting for somebody to open those.
I mean, we jumped straight ahead to like listener feedback before food testing, so I'm opening the apple chips. Maybe.
No, you're not.
Jim has been trying these delicious M&Ms over here.
These
all
M&M
day.
crunchy cookie M&Ms. They are delicious. Everybody want to try them? It's almost gone.
Did you eat a whole bag of crunchy chicken?
I had like 3 servings.
I'm good.
Eat them.
I don't want any.
We're tasting them.
Oh, we are? Oh, damn
Yeah.
it.
Taste them, Jason.
Here,
Put them in your
grab
mouth.
some of
and
these
suck
apple
'em.
chips too.
Dang it.
Yeah, all of that is the sound of the bomb listener feedback.
Yes.
Sponsored
Brought to you
by
Hobie Snacks.
What was in your Hello Jeff box this week?
it possibly could be apple chips, depending on how this taste test goes.
Okay. Brian, what do we got for listener feedback?
All right, we always start off with that one guy.
Number 1 fan?
A-pans.
7.
Big
Sunny
D.
D.
Oh, Sunny D.
Chili Billy.
Yeah.
The delivery man.
Dad.
Oh.
It's just Doug.
Oh.
Just Doug. Doug says, is the Shazam bucket being sold at movie theaters cool or creepy?
I'll show you what this looks like here.
So we need a picture of this.
Yes, it's basically his whole... Damn it. Oh, great. Now I can't find it.
I will say, I think I'm in love with cinnamon apple chips.
Really?
These are so much better than potato chips.
Potato chips.
I will disagree a little bit. The initial crunch is good. The taste is good.
Very sweet. Like, the sweetness is overwhelming.
But then
That's the best part.
Then they get soggy.
The apple chips?
Yeah.
Well, the one I chewed on didn't get soggy.
The one I chewed on.
It's not crispy. It just gets kind of chewy.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this here for you. Now it's taking forever. Damn it! I'll keep going, Brian. What else we got?
All right, we'll come back to that one.
Thank you.
It's cool.
I hate it.
We'll come back to that one.
Sounds great.
From Stork.
Oh, fuck this guy.
You guys are asking for plotline films. How about that Valerian and the 9,000 or something planets? Never saw it, so just wondering if that counts.
It does not count because I've seen 10 minutes of it and it is the most awful film ever.
Are you making fun of Denis Villeneuve's classic?
Valerian.
Is it better than Night Court?
No, it is not. It is not.
Wow.
It is horrible. No, that does not count, Stork. Sorry.
All right. Next, we have from BlakeBot at BlakeBot19.
Oh.
Why can't the Oscars let the winners of a lesser category talk more instead of bringing a donkey on stage?
I did not watch the Oscars. What happened?
Why wouldn't you want a donkey on stage?
He was cute.
There's a donkey on stage?
Yes.
He only ate one person's finger.
Oh, okay.
Did they shoot it?
No, it choked and died.
Oh.
Not during the Oscars.
Oh, well, that's better.
It's a good actor. I was surprised when it came back at the Oscars. I thought that it had actually choked on the finger and died.
So, did it win the best best Oscar or Oscar for best donkey?
Definitely not. There was an entire movie about a donkey that was up for best international film called EO.
It wasn't even the best donkey they brought on stage. Man.
Wasn't EO a Michael Jackson movie? Oh, wait. We're getting pictures now.
That's the Shazam bucket. It looks like they severed his head and just threw popcorn in it.
Oh, that was a bucket.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Shazam suit bucket.
From the torso up.
But the head is missing.
It's kind of creepy. It is kind of creepy. I don't know what you do with that.
You put popcorn in it.
Probably eat popcorn out of it.
Where do you get it?
You have to order it online now.
Movie theater.
Yeah.
I was wondering which movie theater.
That was in Spanish, so...
It was in Spanish?
You get it in Spanish.
The advertisement
El
was
Shazamo.
Spanish. Anyways, because you could buy a Scream bucket at the local Cinemark where I went to see it, but you had to do it online. It was $20.
Pass.
How many did you get? 3?
0. I wasn't too impressed. It was fine.
Yeah, just like the movies. I'm not too impressed.
The Scream movies are
I
as good
defend
as
you
their
on
bucket.
all your
No,
films.
you don't. Bullshit.
Always.
Never.
Remember when
Rocky 4.
Remember when Jason brings up Frank Grillo
Yeah.
and starts making fun of you for that?
Right.
I have not made fun of Frankie Productions in ages.
Ages, like
Last
a month?
week, probably.
Maybe
2
a
weeks
month.
ago.
I'll give him a month.
Maybe a month, because I
Maybe.
I forget about this stuff. These apple chips do get soggy.
So that's probably why they don't let the lesser category Oscar people talk more.
Good job.
What do you consider a lesser category?
Supporting actor.
Okay.
I'd say like the live action short, but at the same time, the live action short got everybody in the theater to sing "Happy Birthday," didn't they?
Yeah, they had the best speech of the whole night.
And was it documentary short last year that had the most memorable moment in it? Was it documentary short or is it documentary full?
Oh,
The slap
Yeah.
was whatever.
Oh, Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Yeah, whatever Questlove won for.
G.I. Jane 2.
yes. If we're talking about the Oscars and we mentioned the slap, it's Will Smith and Chris Rock.
I don't know how many times. Maybe there was another slap this year.
Did
Anyone else
anyone
get
watch
slapped?
Chris Rock's new special on Netflix?
Well, we've gone through half of it.
Not yet.
Yeah, I haven't either, but the internet is abuzz.
The first half is okay. It's nothing like great, but then he saves obviously all the slap stuff till the end. So we'll see. I like Chris Rock, but it was funny, but it wasn't anything like I thought was, out of this world.
Was it better than Night Court?
It was better. You know what? It's a push. Give it a push right now.
Chris Rock, just as good as Night Court.
All right, wrapping up the rather short listener feedback this week from Professor Number One at Doctor Number One. Glad to see Angela Bassett as a gracious loser. Sorry. To Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, that was an eye roll. And apparently BlakeBot commented on his listener feedback and said, would she be more gracious if Miss Bassett won a floppy?
You know what? I would give Angela Bassett a floppy award.
I'd give it to Scab Jeff.
Well, we almost had that chance.
As would I.
You know what? Does it make you feel good that you have as many floppies as Angela Bassett?
Oh, that was definitely an eye roll.
From Scab?
No, from Angela Bassett.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't see her behind the person with the huge collar or whatever.
That's Michael Caine.
People
Michael
were defending that because I can't get into it. But people were defending that she sat there because she's great or something, and she's trying to, stand out. I'm like, you don't have to be a dick to stand out. People can't see the stage behind you.
You can wear a swan costume. You don't have to wear something huge that blocks.
Yeah, and they're like, Lady Gaga wore a meat dress and no one complained. I'm like, well, one, yes, everyone complained. And two, it didn't block the view of the people sitting behind her.
And I'm
Just
pretty sure
smelled like
nobody
shit.
even had to sit next to her when she wore that.
They did grill it, though, Brian, during the
breaks.
Yeah.
That was the orders.
Yeah.
So by the end of the night, she had no dress left?
Correct.
Nice.
Let's see
Well,
here.
so that's it.
Wow, that's a very short
Yeah.
News of the Geeks.
Send us some listener feedback.
Wow. Come on, people.
I'm glad
Bad Idiots podcast.
I'm glad that BlakeBot and Professor Number One are loyal listeners.
I like how BlakeBot responded to Professor Number One. Good job, Blake.
So my question is that which BlakeBot is that though? Because it just says BlakeBot, but
The original?
There are 19 of them.
It's the original.
I thought he was dead.
Oh my God, he's all knowing. He came back.
He is a robot. Robots can come back.
A robot?
Robot?
What's a robot?
I think it's one of those things that you
Put on the floor to vacuum.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Jeff, can you get me some News of the Geek music? Should already be keyed up, ready to go.
Well, it's not keyed up because you didn't warn me ahead
Yes,
of time.
because there's an outline that's tough to read.
Well, let's see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got to rearrange all these things because
Good
nothing's
podcasting
where I
right
think
here.
it
How you
should
doing,
go.
Brian? What did you think about the Oscars?
I did not watch.
Good job.
Hey, did you find that picture yet?
What picture?
The Shazam, whatever.
Yeah, I showed it to you. It's over here. Isn't it amazing?
I thought we were just kind of bringing up
No.
that podcast.
He's making fun of you.
Oh. Anyways, what we got?
That was funny, actually.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek. You happy now?
I guess. We'll get to Jeff here first. Oscar winners. See how Jeff did this year. I think he was at 83% last year. We're going to start on the bottom here. The lesser categories. Jeff had, we'll start with Best Animated Film. Jeff, what did you pick? Do you remember?
I picked Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Over The Last Wish. And you're correct. That is what won. So he's won. Jeff, write these down.
I've got it.
Okay.
It should have been Marcel the Shell with shoes on, but
Did you see that?
I saw the clip that they played during the Oscars and said that's the best movie I've ever seen.
Okay.
That's not a bad movie.
Best visual effects was Avatar: The Way of the Water. That was same as Jeff's pick. 2 for 2. Best documentary feature film, Navaria.
Navalny.
Whatever. Jeff picked that as
There's
well.
no R in there at all.
It's Navaria.
Oh, and then there's no R in wash either, but he pronounces it.
Narnia won. So that's
Navalny.
3 for 3. That's where the Nazi's the good guy?
The Nazi is the guy that we're following that Putin's trying to kill.
He's
Okay.
the lesser Putin.
So
I don't know.
Putin is
Do
good
you
guy?
really think he's a Nazi? I mean, or do you really think he really supports the just fordering the Aryan race when you look at his wife and kids?
His wife and his kids did look blonde hair, blue eyes.
Was he in attendance?
He's in prison in Russia.
Okay.
His wife and kids were.
Spoilers! Best original screenplay. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Jeff picked that. He's 4 for 4 already. Look at this.
I was 6 for 6 for the first 6 at the
Party?
Oscar party.
Best adapted screenplay, Women Talking. Jeff did not pick that one. He picked All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
I hate it.
Because you love Women Talking.
I hated that so much.
But you got it right at the Oscar party.
I did. I knew.
You got this one right at the Oscar party, too.
Best supporting actress in an upset, Jamie Lee Curtis. You did not get that one right on Hobie.
It wasn't trending that way yet. It was Angela Bassett all the way, and then suddenly people started saying, "Wait a second, she wasn't that good in Black Panther."
Now, everybody said, wait a second, we're not giving an acting award to a Marvel movie.
Oh, you're going to say to a black woman.
No, I was not saying that.
All right, next.
No, because this year you have to give it to all the Asians.
I stand by a black woman.
Do you start golf next week or something?
was the greatest performance by any actor ever nominated by
Which one?
The one from Precious. I forget her name.
Oh, yeah.
Gabby Sabadoo.
No,
That's not
it's
it.
like something.
Oh, Monique.
Monique. Yes.
Yes.
Best supporting actor, you picked Short Round.
Yes.
And he won. He won.
See, the Asians are winning everything, Brian.
Best lead actress, you picked Kate Blanchett.
That was
Michelle
wanted to
Yeoh
win.
won.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
See?
Yeah, that cost him winning outright on his own Oscar party.
Best lead actor, you picked Brandon Fraser, and that's who won.
Brendan Fraser.
That's what I said.
No, not
No, you said Brandon.
Wrong.
Brandon.
Best lead actress, Michelle.
We just read that.
Oh, sorry. Best director, Daniel Kwan, Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere at Once. They won. You picked Spielberg.
I thought that they'd give it to him, and as soon as the director of, or not the Asian director, but the other director of the Everything Everywhere All at Once appeared on screen, I got texts from 3 different people saying, "That's you."
Yes, you did look pretty much like that guy. Did you direct that movie?
I did not.
Okay. Were you at the Oscars?
I can guarantee he was not at
Okay.
the Oscars.
And then best picture, Everything Everywhere All at Once won, and that was what you picked. So you were incorrect on 3 of these.
4.
4. Yes. So out of 11, I think we had 1.
7 out of 11.
Wow.
11.
Wow. So you dipped a little bit in the Hobie pool this year. Let's see here.
11.
I got
60s
greedy and went for the ones I wanted to win.
You got 64% this year.
But I won. I wasn't quite as reckless on
At the Oscar party?
the Oscar party, and I won. I beat everybody.
He tied 4 people.
3 people.
Oh, yeah.
And then how did you decide it?
We rolled a die.
Well, the first tiebreaker was the big 7 best
Categories?
Big 7 categories.
I'm not sure how we decided what the big 7 were, but
That's what Jeff said.
It's what I said the big 7 were. And what would you say the big 7 are? Screenplay?
Director, actor, actress, supporting actor, supporting actress, movie,
there were no supporting.
and screenplay, probably. Original
There was
screenplay.
the 2 screenplays, adapted and original. There was movie, director, actor, actress, and
Animated?
Cinematography.
Cinematography.
Huh, okay.
That's the one I got wrong. So if cinematography wasn't in one of the big 7, I would have won.
how'd you not go with the war movie?
Because the stupid thing I was reading said Elvis was going to win.
I missed cinematography too, didn't I?
No, you picked
No,
All
I
Quiet
got-
on the Western
I
Front.
did.
Brian got 89% correct.
I did.
was after the fact. It was on Monday when you picked him, but
It was amazing. Got any wrong?
It is. We also played Frogger for 3 years, Jim, and realized it was wrong. So
That's your fault.
we'll be back next year. You'll be back next year for it. You can come back before that, but next year.
Maybe next year it'd be legal to bet on them here in Ohio. Or
You know what?
my
I'm
house
glad
in
you
Ohio.
said that, because guess what else is trying to be legal to bet? WWE, baby. Wrestling. Professional wrestling.
Nice segue.
Per CNBC, where Brian gets all of his news from, WWE is in talks with state gambling regulators to legalize betting on high-profile matches, according to people familiar with the matter. WWE is working with the accounting firm Ernst Young to secure scripted match results in hopes it will convince regulators. There's no chance the results will leak to the public, said the people, who asked not to be named.
I'm not worried about getting leaked to the public. I'm worried about this. The people see, like, people creating to see how the
writers
see how the betting's going and then change it.
Yep. Betting on the Academy Awards is already legal and available through some sports betting applications.
3 states.
Including FanDuel and DraftKings, although most states don't allow it. WWE executives have cited Oscars betting as a template to convince regulators gambling on scripted matches is safe. It is. Still, while Academy Award voting results are known by only a select few before they're announced publicly, they aren't scripted by writers. In theory. Golden Globes are. Even if regulators allow gambling, betting companies would have to decide if they're willing to place odds on WWE matches, even if it's legalized. Those discussions have yet to occur at betting firms. WWE is targeting Michigan, Colorado, and Indiana as potential states to pursue legalization. According to a Michigan gaming spokesperson, they publish according to a Michigan gaming spokesperson, the Michigan Gaming Control Board publishes a sports wagering catalog, and I guess that's where it would be in. The Colorado Division of Gaming told CNBC it currently is not considering it, is not considering allowing sports betting wagers on WWE matches. Let's see here.
Are we officially in Indiana here?
No, close though. So you can bet on WWE in certain areas.
Certain websites will allow you to bet on, like, the Royal Rumble, like the odds on. So it's like picking a team to win the World Series or the Super Bowl.
And you can bet on some websites matches, but there's only a $50 max.
Yeah,
that you can bet.
So
and I think there's a
why wouldn't the writers just? Oh, I guess the $50 max.
Yeah, and I think the most you can win
writers
is
from doing it.
200. I think is what they said.
Yeah,
there's a limit on how much you can win.
yeah.
But it's very, like, it's funny. Like, I follow wrestling pretty religiously, and, like, the one website I always go to for news and all that stuff, they always release the betting odds beforehand. Like, they've already released some of the WrestleMania betting odds. And I'm like, how is this possible? And literally, in the discussion board every time, everybody goes, how is this possible? Like,
I think I know what they're doing here.
What's that?
They're going to put this out, and anybody who bets on wrestling matches, they're going to close their accounts and not let them bet on anything else because they have a problem.
I might bet on it. I don't bet on anything else. I might bet on wrestling.
Yep, then they'll turn your account off because you have a problem, and you should probably go to Gamblers Anonymous.
How do you know? I may have already been there. You
I just
don't know.
don't see any.
You weren't there.
Oh,
any good thing coming out of that, and I just don't see how that's a good thing.
if it happens, it could open the door for legalized betting on other guarded secret scripted events such as future character deaths in TV shows. Allowing gambling on certain WWE matches would alter how matches are produced, how storylines are created. Basically, how it would work is WWE executives have proposed that scripted results of matches will be locked in months ahead of time, according to people familiar with the matter.
So, okay. So what happens if they lock it in and then
Someone gets hurt?
like on Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar tears his
Vagina.
oblique.
Yes.
And then he's out for 8 months.
Yes.
But you've got locked in matches people have already put money on.
They just hire an actor named that looks like Brock Lesnar. Brick Lesnar is up now.
Rick Lesnar.
Basically, executives, let's see here. The wrestlers themselves wouldn't know whether they were winning or losing until shortly before a match takes place.
which is
Stupid.
dumb.
The introduction of legalized gambling could give WWE an increased appeal to a new set of fans while significantly altering creative storylines.
What is going to prohibit the wrestlers from actually planning and organizing a plan.
Yeah.
Whereas they know who's supposed to win before, they can sit down and go, hey, let's work it out. It's going to this way. And again, while all the moves and all stuff leading up to it, it's kind of on the fly, but they still know how it's going to finish and what it's going to do, and it gives them time to prepare and set it up.
Hey, Jim, 5 minutes before the match, you're going to win. All you have to do is text your girlfriend, wife, friend, hey, put $1,000 on me. Boom, you're done.
$50.
Well, now if this is legal, you can bet as much.
Depending on what state you're in.
Yeah, you could bet as much as you want.
Yeah, that's what happened in Pulp Fiction with Bruce Willis.
Yep.
I don't understand why would you even think this is a good idea? This is a horrible idea.
I mean, they've seen the increase of sports betting in all the states where it's legal now. It's just another play for them to make money.
Yes, I realize in Ohio it just now became legal. Were there other states that just now at the same time, or?
There were a few states that were like before Ohio, but there was 3 or 4 states within like the last 6 months that all went legal.
Okay. Because, I mean, I just am so sick and tired of seeing all the damn ads now for sports betting.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if it was that way everywhere or just because I'm now in Ohio that
It's Ohio.
And I don't care that people bet, but I agree, Jeff. I don't care about stop with the commercials.
I remember, New Year's Day, all of a sudden on Facebook, every ad I got.
January 1st.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I started reporting them as scams. Because they are. Gambling is a scam.
You always win, Jeff.
Yeah, they guarantee, you'll win. I'm like, well, that's a scam.
Let's see here. This is not on the list, but because of Jeff coming onto the show, Scab Jeff, there was a USA Today, and then there was a couple other websites that have all got together and they ranked all the Best Picture winners from worst to best. I'm not doing all of them. There's 95.
Was Gigi bottom?
I'm going to give you the bottom 10 and the top 10, and that's the Broadway Melody from 1928 is the worst.
Yeah, that's pretty much just a singing and dancing number for 45 minutes or something.
94?
Kind of like RRR?
Kind of like RRR, yes.
Crash, second worst.
That's terrible. That is not even close to the second worst.
Yeah.
The Greatest Show on Earth.
That is the worst.
I agree with you. Cimarron from 1930.
Yeah, a Western.
Rocky drama about an 1800s Oklahoma family.
It is the only movie to win the category of Best Western.
Huh.
Is that the one where Bryan Adams sings all the time?
No, that's Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
Cavalcade, 1932.
Yeah, they really hate these early 30s movies, don't they?
Number 9.
Crash, apparently.
Oh, no, there's another one. Driving Miss Daisy.
I could give that to him.
I wouldn't say it was one of the worst movies.
Yeah, not the...
I'm just saying it probably didn't deserve the Academy Award, but it's not like the worst movie. They have it ahead of Gigi.
89. Around the World in 80 Days. I can guarantee that movie never ended.
That one's not good. That
wasn't great. Yeah.
It's compared to it's No Cannonball Run.
The Cannonball Run is better
than Night Court.
88. The English Patient.
I liked the English.
I didn't see the English
I thought
Patient.
you were doing the bottom 10.
This is the bottom 10.
He's going from 95 to 85 or something.
Oh, okay.
All I think about it with the English Patient is I've never seen it except Elaine.
Seinfeld.
And just die already. 87. Out of Africa.
I didn't think that was bad.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
86. Shakespeare in Love.
That was bad.
That was bad.
I haven't seen it. I can't defend that one.
85. The Great Ziegfeld.
That was bad. That was the one I saw at the same time as I saw Gigi. And
was Gigi better than the Great Ziegfeld? Because they obviously thought it was.
It wasn't as different as I would have hoped. There was a very young protege that, after having just seen Gigi, you thought that even though he first met her when she was 8, when he met her again, she was kind of age, so I was worried. I don't remember what happened, but
They sang.
I don't think that was a musical.
84 was How Green Is My Valley.
I really know nothing about that one. So I can't
Top
judge.
10. Here we go. One Flew Over the
Where was
Cuckoo.
Gigi?
I don't know. I'll find it.
Maybe
Is
it's in the top
his
10.
Top 10?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is number 10.
I'll give it to.
Godfather Part 2 was number 9.
I was very disappointed in that movie, to be honest.
Silence of the Lambs was 8. French Connection was 7. Amadeus was number 6. I can't believe that's high.
I like
This is
it, but
USA Today.
Yeah.
I like Amadeus, but I'm surprised
Yeah.
that it's ranked that high by a
I like
publication
Amadeus,
here.
but yeah, I agree. All About Eve was number 5.
I've not seen that one.
On the Waterfront, number 4.
Meh.
Jeff's favorite, Schindler's List, number 3.
Wake up
Damn it.
every week.
It's 9:30.
9:29.
Do you know where your kids are at? For Gigi, he does. Number 2, Casablanca.
Casablanca is an excellent movie.
And number 1, The Godfather, which they fall head over heels with that one. Number 19 is Rocky.
19?
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I've never seen The Godfather. I've seen The Godfather Part 2 and was kind of disappointed.
Were you really confused?
No, not really.
Chicago is number 22.
I'll put it this way. For some reason, like Godfather Part 2, it tells the story of, what happened to Michael after The Godfather, but then also keeps flashing back to, like, Vito back in Italy. I thought there was going to be, like, a correlation between the two stories, like one was going to, like, shadow the other. They had nothing to do with each other. It was two separate movies just edited together, two separate stories that had nothing to do with each other.
What movie is this?
The Godfather Part 2.
Oh, never seen it either.
I'd have to think about it, but I'm sure there's some sort of thematic correlation.
I didn't feel there was.
Nation.
Yeah. Other than this is this guy's kid 40 years later. That's the only thing I felt was the theme to run through the two stories.
What number do you think, this is the last thing, what number do you think Gigi is at?
69.
71.
What was the highest one?
95 is
85.
Well, we read 85 to 95.
84.
12.
70.
Yes.
You were close.
Yeah, Jim was one up. Yeah. Young courtesan?
Courtesan?
Yeah. Wannabe Gigi and Parisian playboy Gaston see each other as just friends until romance intercedes in the musical confection. That's not what you describe it. Like, you say it's creepy. This says it's not creepy.
Yeah, it just says she's a young courtesan.
It doesn't say she's 12.
Do we need to read the lyrics from the opening song again?
We do need to get our Alabama listeners back up.
That's It's better than American Beauty and the Hurt Locker, is what they said.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
American Beauty, I'm not sure stands up anymore.
It's better than Forrest Gump.
But as Wes Bentley.
I don't like Forrest Gump, and I'm even like, what? Yeah. It's better than Green Book, Chariots of Fire,
It is better than Green Book.
and Million Dollar
maybe not.
Baby.
La La Land's not even better than Green Book.
And $1 Million Baby.
Jesus Christ. It's amazing people get paid a lot of money to do this shit.
Brian, it was a different era.
Oh, they don't get paid. Again, we could have an article and just put something out, and it'll
Yes.
get picked up by some of these.
Yeah.
All right, let's
News-
do it. I'm
I
in.
come up with my top 95 for
Yes.
next year.
Yeah.
Come up with it sooner, and we'll publish it on our
Facebook page.
on our new Hobie News blog that we're going to start clickbaiting the shit out of everybody.
We're going to guarantee at least 17 misspellings in every article.
That's right. Somebody's going to have to start doing some of the work. I can't do it all.
Jeff, do you have some plot lines for us over there?
Oh, do I?
I think you do.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Let me read the... Yes, I have plot lines.
Okay.
Now let me find the...
This is really good podcast.
Wow, it's time to grab your balls of fury. It's Plotlines with Jeff and Jason.
And Jim, Brian, and Scab Jeff.
Yay! This week from Home Video Hustle. Hey, you guys want to listen to some Ohio guys talk films? A lot of films. Then listen to Home Video Hustle.
I mean, you can talk to them too, but
Yeah, you could.
you should start out by listening to them.
Yes. So yeah, tell Brent we said hi. But Home Video Hustle. Go listen to them. They sent in this one. So I do want to appreciate all the Hobie listeners. I sent a tweet out last week saying, "Hey, we're doing plot lines again." It's a fun category. What is it, Jeff? What is plot lines for those listening?
Plot lines is when people give us the title of a movie and preferably the year it came out, and we try to come up with what we think the plot of that movie is based purely on the title and year.
So I sent out a request. We got a lot of films, so we're going to be doing this for a lot of weeks here.
So I'll have to keep the plot lines button ready to go.
Keep it hot, Jeff. Keep it hot. This week, it's Oversexed Rug Suckers from Mars. It's 2022.
I think this is porn.
Okay. Is that it? Just porn?
Oh, you give us a year? Damn it, I forgot about that because I was going to put it in the late 90s and put Corey Feldman and Samantha Fox in it.
You can still do it. They still might be in it.
What year was it?
2022.
Okay, it's 2022, and it stars Corey Feldman and Samantha Fox.
What is it about?
It's about people coming down and invading the old folks' homes. And everybody getting STDs because they're rampant in old folks' homes.
Yes, because of the sex. Okay. Because
What's
of the
the-
sex.
So they come down from Mars, go to the retirement communities.
Wait, that's Cocoon.
Is there a lot of sex?
But
in
with
Cocoon?
a lot of sex.
Oh, Sex Cocoon.
And
And no Wilford Brimley.
Sexoon.
And no 55-year-old Wilford Brimley looking like he's 107.
And the aliens have super sperm, and they impregnate the old people. So the old people have to raise their babies now. That's what I'm called. That's what I'm going with.
What?
By
like a-
impregnating, you mean they're leaving their eggs inside the people
Yes.
to incubate, not
Yes.
that they're mixed breeding or
Correct.
anything?
No, they're mixed breeding, and
There you
then
go.
the only way to see who's a real human or who's a mix is this pair of sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
I think that it's campy sci-fi. They send the rover to Mars or whatever, and they discover this race of intelligent vacuum cleaners. And the vacuum
Roombas.
cleaners somehow figure out a way to go back to Earth and
But where's the oversex part?
They started. There's only 2 vacuum cleaners, and they're there for a week, and there was 400.
when
They're like
suck the
tribbles.
rugs. They don't have any carpets on Mars, so when they come to Earth, that's
It's just a breeding ground.
it's just a breeding ground.
Who's it star? Vin Diesel.
The robots from Mystery Science Theater.
Crow. Tom Servo.
Definitely
Gypsy?
Tom Servo.
Gypsy.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a vacuum cleaner.
Brian, what you got?
Gypsy looks like a vacuum cleaner.
Gypsy is made from a vacuum cleaner.
I'm pretty sure that this is just the sequel to Coneheads.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd in it.
Yes.
Okay.
But
And
they're
Tara
from-
Reid.
But they're from France.
So I'm wild and crazy.
Oh, thanks, Jim.
Gerard Depardieu. Hee hee.
We are from France.
Michael Caine. Jeff, what you got?
Porn.
Okay.
Flat out porn.
Aliens return to Earth after 10 million years to see what has become of the human experiment they have created, only to be disappointed in what they find. That's pretty good. After landing, they come upon Vernon, a homeless bum, and decide that Earthlings are untidy and figure crossing a vacuum and a human will eliminate the problem, as well as create a better race of beings. The experiment, however, goes awry after one of the aliens pees in Vernon's bottle of gin, which makes him insanely in love with the vacuum Dusty, which was brought to life by the aliens.
Did I get it?
Did you see this?
I did not. I've never heard of this.
Things get a tad bit crazy from here as Dusty tries to reproduce and Vernon tries hard to find Dusty.
So the homeless guy drinks the vacuum's pee?
Yes.
No, the aliens pee.
The aliens pee that makes him
Fall in love with the vacuum.
So I wasn't exactly right, but I feel I was close.
You were the closest.
I thought I was the closest. It's a guy in a vacuum cleaner. I mean, you can get that on the internet.
I told you, I asked you to stop bothering me when I'm cleaning my room.
Apparently, people will pay you to produce these movies.
Richard Monda is in it.
Oh, all right. It makes sense now.
His real name is Richard Monda. In the film, he goes by Dick Monda. Gene Stewart.
Dick Mondo.
Billy Bob Rhodes. Bill Mansour.
Billy Bob Rhodes. Tell me that's not a porn name.
Lynn Guiney.
Lynn
Linguini.
Lynne space Guini.
Is it an Italian film?
I think both Jeffs got it mixed. They're both half right.
Ronson Young, Jeff Wilson, Ken Sweet, and Greg Hoople. He plays SWAT officer, but it's not SWAT all caps. It's just SWAT.
He's right. If we had worked together on we would have nailed that.
Good old Lynn
Guini.
If you like this, we recommend.
No.
We recommend Sex Lives of the Potato Men.
What?
Fertilizing the Blasphemy Bombshell. Divorce Law.
That's called Idaho.
These are all porn movies, aren't they?
Supercock. The Voodoo Prostitute. Gam Cam Girl. And Vampire. I bought a vampire motorcycle. That's what IMDb says.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you so much for that.
Jeff, give me some box office bombs. Or what are we doing? News? I don't know.
News and world report of the box office.
Sorry. God. Good job, Brad. Can't touch that.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Yeah, we still had the clip for box office bombs, even though we haven't called it bombs in a while. So I'm putting it in there because we don't have any other introduction for it.
Okay.
Let's see here. The box office report of March 10th through March 12th of 2023. Scream 6 made I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Scream 6 made $44.5 million in its opening weekend on a $35 million budget.
Could you imagine if it made $445 million?
Quit watching Scream.
I heard that a little
Scream.
girl went to watch that and then came out looking white as a ghost.
Really?
I heard it.
So when will Scream 7 be out?
They're already writing it.
No shit. They made their budget in the first week.
Yes.
Obviously, they're going to keep going with it.
Yes. What else?
Is Nev Campbell coming back?
She wasn't in this one.
I asked if she was coming back
Yeah.
for the 7th.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2, Creed 3 made another $27 million, a total of $101.5 million on a $70 million budget.
Is there going to be a Creed 4?
$75 million budget.
There supposedly will be a Creed 4
Because it already made its money back.
in 2 weeks. Yep.
65 made $10.5 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $45 million.
Will there be a 66?
Worldwide, it made $16 million.
Ooh, it made more in the States than it did worldwide?
It's not doing good.
Jason wants to see this.
I do. It looks bad.
It looks awful.
It does.
Like, I don't know.
Would you
what
rather
Adam
watch
Driver-
this or Rug Suckers?
Or Night Court.
Night Court all day, every day. Night Court, both original, even season 9.
Now here we go.
That's bad.
This is what Brian should go watch. Number 4, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania made another $7 million, a total of $198 million on a $200 million budget.
So, Brian, you gotta watch Loki. Then you gotta watch WandaVision. Then you gotta watch Doctor Strange:
already
Multiverse of
told him.
Madness. But there's different ones now.
You did this earlier.
Damn it.
I just want to try to get to phase 3 before I'm 50. That's my game.
Not going to happen. And I want to watch Jessica Jones, but it just doesn't happen.
You don't want to watch Jessica Jones, though.
Well, I'm going through.
So speaking of that, I started watching The Punisher again after last week's news.
Still good?
So good.
So good.
What else we got?
Coming in at number 5, we have Cocaine Bear with another $6 million, a total of $52 million on a $30 million budget.
Don't read the next two; they're not correct. What's upcoming, Jeff?
Why did you have 6 and 7?
We usually always do the top 5.
Those are not correct. The intern left them in this week. Fax machine.
Bad intern this week.
Yep.
Fax machine, I thought I fired you last week.
We're office spacing that thing soon.
Coming.
Michael?
Oh, nice. Nice. Coming March 17th. Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
The film continues the story of teenage Billy Batson, who, upon reciting the magic word Shazam, is transformed into his adult superhero alter ego, Shazam.
Technically Captain Marvel, but we can't use that name.
They technically end up changing it. They
Yeah.
technically don't have the rights to the name Captain Marvel anymore. I think they let it lapse. And
Oh, did they?
I think they decided it's just easier to be Shazam than keep the confusion going.
We should be really excited about going to see this because James Gunn said, there could be a space for this in the future. But that was like the enthusiasm. Yeah, there could be.
It's better than Night Court.
Top 5 this week. Top 5 music. Jeff, go. Scab Jeff, go. Top 5 music. Give me some music.
Top 5.
Nice. Top 5 this week, much to Brian's choice. This was Brian's choice.
No, absolutely 0% chance. This was my choice.
Top 5 favorite Harrison Ford films. I'll be honest, this was a lot more difficult than I thought.
Which one of the Rockies is he in? 4?
He is not.
Stop seeing Rocky.
No, keep watching.
Oh, sorry.
Rocky.
So top 5 favorite Harrison Ford films. Go, Jeff. Scab Jeff, number 5.
The Conversation. The
Conversation.
Gene Hackman movie.
Yeah, that was directed by the guy who did The Godfather.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes. I kept
Tom
thinking
Sizemore
Frank
in it?
Capra, and I'm like, no, that's not it.
Is that Tom Sizemore?
No.
Oh.
I think Tom Sizemore probably wasn't even born by then.
Oh. Number 5 for you, Jeff.
Number 5, I have Ford versus Ferrari.
Was he in that? I get it now. Number 5 for me is Witness because Kelly McGinley, she gets topless. McGinley.
Ted McGinley gets naked in it.
My God, he took his top off, and I was like, woo! Witness, and it's about Amish. Number 5 for you.
Me, I'll go The Patriot Games.
Oh, that's a good movie. Number 5 for you, Brian.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Number 4 for you.
The Hurt Locker.
Number 4 for you, Jim.
I will go Clear and Present Danger.
Okay. Number 4 for me was What Lies Beneath because it was a lot better film than I thought it was going to be.
That was the one with Michelle Pfeiffer. Right?
Yep. Number 4?
Number 4 for me is Ford Transit. It is a documentary about a Ford Transit driver in the most popular transportation in Palestine-occupied territories.
Number 4? Glad everybody took this one seriously. Number 4 for you, Scab.
I'm going to go New Hope.
Ah, Star Wars, okay. Number 3?
Apocalypse Now.
Ah. Number 3?
The Betty Ford story.
Number 3 for me is Last Crusade. Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. I like that film. It's enjoyable.
I'll go Ender's Game.
Now you're not even trying.
I like.
Have you watched it?
No.
Then shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Jason.
You shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Have you read the book too?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
6 times. Wait.
Okay.
Oh, I silenced Jason.
Okay, Jason. Who wrote the book?
John Ender. Duh.
Orson Scott Card.
Scott Ender.
Yeah, that's right. What number are we on? 3?
3.
Number 3 for me would be Creed 1.
Oh. He plays a really good coach in it. Number 2?
Number 2 for me would be 42.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2 for me, I will go with The Fugitive.
That's my number one. Put it on the board.
Oh, it's on the board.
I just really like the role that Neil Flynn plays in it too.
Who's Neil Flynn?
The janitor.
Okay. The Fugitive is I get Shawshanked into that every time. It's a good film. Number 2 for me was Empire Strikes Back.
That was my number 1.
Yeah. Put it on the board.
Number 2 for me is The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
That should never be on anybody's list.
It's the number 2 best Ford movie out there.
Number 2 for you?
Blade Runner.
Not the new one?
Nah.
He would have said Blade Runner 2049 if he meant it.
Or 2042.
Whatever year it was.
That's the third one, Jeff.
I don't know. You might be right. I might be right.
Somebody might be right.
Number 1 is Empire for you. Number 1 for you.
Number 1 for me is the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
That's Casey Affleck?
Yes.
Yep. That's actually a very good film.
Number 1 for me is...
That's why it was my number 1.
Number 1 for me is The Fugitive. Jim?
American Graffiti.
Expendables 3.
Oh, okay. Top 5, we had top 5 listener picks.
Woo!
Steve had Everything I Learned from Movies, had Blade Runner, Air Force One, Empire Strikes Back, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Speaking of Steve and Izzy, they just started their Marquee March.
Yes, they did.
I believe your episode is up.
Yes, it is.
For Invincible.
Invincible.
Ooh, Invincible!
With Mark Wahlberg as the Philadelphia Eagles football coach. So go check them out.
Football
player.
He was a player.
Be
Get
more
it
believable
right.
if he was a coach.
Man, I'm glad you watched the movie, Jason.
Oh, I did. And I have some issues with it.
I mean, it's just not believable.
Sunny in Philadelphia was a better episode. Yeah. And then next week is yours.
Next week should be my episode.
Yes.
Four Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Good film.
Very good film.
I liked Four Brothers.
Was it Lars Hedlund?
Garrett Hedlund.
Garrett Hedlund.
All-star cast in that film.
Andre Benjamin. Who was the other brother? Tyrese.
Mark Wahlberg.
Terrence
Howard. Josh Charles. Sofia Vergara. Taraji P. Henson.
Look at this.
I heard of all those people.
Had a heck of a cast.
Harry Anderson.
No, that's Night Court.
Four Brothers is better than Night Court.
Pittsburgh Nerd had Witness, Clear and Present Danger, Indiana Jones movies, he hobied it, Star Wars movies, hobied it, and Blade Runner. And Kevin had DC Explorer,
Kevin Brigger.
Or just Kevin, had Air Force One, Patriot Games, Temple of Doom, The Fugitive, and Star Wars, A New Hope.
All right, if you have Temple of Doom as the only Indiana Jones movie on here, like...
One of those actors just won an Oscar this year.
Yes, he was also in Encino Man. And there were two Encino Man actors that won Academy Awards. But Temple of Doom is not good. It's better than Crystal Skull.
Barely.
Yes.
Barely better than Crystal Skull.
But it's like,
barely.
The only reason to have Temple of Doom is to create a movie where Steven Spielberg could put his wife into it.
Yes. To have his wife run around screaming for an hour and a half. They should have, if they let her character die, it might have been a better movie.
I honestly just realized this year that was a prequel. I had no idea that was a prequel until this year.
Bad idea of the week, number 512, owning a zebra. Don't do that.
Wouldn't the bad idea be the state of Ohio not classifying them as exotic animals so people couldn't actually buy them?
That would be 97. 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas? I want a zebra. It'll bite your arm off, kid.
I guess it all depends on what you consider exotic. I mean,
it's true.
How about
does it do a veil dance?
How about a monkey? Like one that might attack you, rip your hair out, and then tear your ear off?
Eat your face?
Yeah, they tore. Yeah, it's another one. Is that Ohio?
I don't know where that one was.
No.
But
titles for the show?
I didn't have too many.
I have That's Even Better, or Is It Better Than Night Court? I got One Hen in My Pocket, and Everyone's Better Than Theo.
I had He. Better Than Night Court? ? A Hen of Spinach. And Did You Eat It? I don't know what that's from.
Did you eat it, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I have. Don't we all wish we could be in 3 movies with Rob Lowe?
It's a long one.
One hand in my pocket. Stabbing Elmo. El Shazamo.
El Shazamo.
Sex Cocoon.
Sex Cocoon.
Tell me that's not a porn name, and it'll bite your arm off, kid.
I like that one.
I had It's Different Than Night Court.
Oh.
And I don't get paid enough for this.
That is true.
Brian?
I also had Hee Hee.
Hee Hee.
I had Is It Better Than Night Court? Is She Dead? And Probably Was. Don't know. But
Probably was.
I like the hens. I like the hens.
I got one hand
Stabbing
in my
Elmo.
pocket.
You like Stabbing Elmo?
I kind of like Stabbing Elmo.
Change approved.
Stabbing Elmo.
Thanks for everybody for listening. We'll be back next week.
will we?
Yeah. And
Where will Hobie will be on location next week?
Hobie will be on location
To be
next week.
determined
TBD location.
Yes.
And just to give everyone something to look forward to, Jason will not be here.
Yes. So our ratings will go down.
I defend you.
No, you don't.
I heard people like to listen to us like they like to hate watch ridiculousness.
They hate listen to Hobie.
3 days
Hate
work.
listen to Hobie. There you go. That's the title. That'll be next week's.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.